Been looking forward to this for quite a bit. If you know anything about raw denim and Selvedge denim, you've probably heard of Naked and Famous. They're a raw denim brand in Montreal. And they're a lot of people's kind of introduction into the world of Selvedge denim. Definitely the case for me. I've been watching raw denim, Selvedge denim videos on the internet for probably like a year and a half, 2 years. And that's kind of part of the reason why I wanted to make this, is because one, I kind of just wanted to document my own jeans, watching them evolve. It's cool to look back on them because big plans for these. Hopefully, really beat them up, make them look real good. And it would be cool to look back on that. And additionally, I feel like I watch literally so many of these videos, so maybe somebody else would watch one and find it interesting. But anyways, back to Naked and Famous. It's a brand started by Brandon Svarc in 2008. Brandon is a third generation jeans maker. His grandfather came over from Eastern Europe to Canada and created his own denim brand, and then his father followed in his footsteps. And I'm not sure if he had multiple brands. Brandon mentioned in an interview he created this brand, David Brandon, which is named after his son, Brandon, whose middle name is also David. He went to McGill University in Montreal, where he studied finance and strategic management. And he said he'd never take a job in finance, but he knew that he was going to be, a denim maker, jeans entrepreneur. So he thought it would only help him in his business. Obviously, it has definitely served him. And he saw all these designer brands, like he mentioned True Religion jeans, that were selling jeans for $300, $400, $500, all because they had this celebrity endorsement attached to it, but the quality of the jeans were really nothing special. He said, I can make my own jeans at half or even a third of the price and sell them. He chose to go to Japan. He set his goal in Japan in Japanese Denim to create his brand, part because he loved everything Japanese had to offer. He was really into a lot of their culture, but he also knew that the quality and craftsmanship behind what they made, specifically to denim, was just so high that he knew it would create the best quality product for his brand to sell. After World War II, when America went into Japan, the Japanese people were kind of exposed to a lot of Americana style, and they really, fell in love with it. American brands started moving towards more mass production, and they moved to Projectile looms. But this Selvedge denim is woven on a shuttle loom. The way that works is, when creating denim, you have fabric running two different ways. So you have the warp, which is running up and down, and that's the blue dyed with a cotton core. You have weft, which is running left to right. And on a projectile loom, the weft is shot across and it's cut at both ends. But on a shuttle loom, there's one continuous thread that runs back and forth and kind of weaves between. And that's what creates the selvage edge on denim, which is right here. Brandon said, people are obsessed with superlatives. People are obsessed with the best of something, right? Why would a human climb Mount Everest? Do they do it because it's easy or it's fun? No, they do it because it's the biggest mountain. It's the highest goal. You can even see it in all his products. Scratch and Stiff raspberry jeans was something that made them very popular. At one point, they were creating the heaviest denim in the world, which was 32 ounces. And a normal pair of denim is probably around 12 to 14 ounces. That's what your Levi's and what your Wranglers will be around. Wranglers around 14 ounces. So that's kind of what you would think of a Wrangler pair of jeans to be like. But they pioneered this 32 ounce jean, which is double that, super heavy. And even from there went to create 40 ounce jeans, which they made most recently. They also created glow in the dark jeans, which is crazy. And even milk jeans, which was the fiber was made from milk casein, woven in with the cotton. As I mentioned, last Thanksgiving was the first time I got a pair of Selvedge denim, and my first pair from Naked and Famous. If you don't really, know Selvedge denim as much, it can kind of seem a little strange, I guess, to some people. But for me, this was a pretty big moment. So I remember, even on the subway, I was looking down, and I was thinking, okay, probably spend like an hour, like easily, just looking at every different thing, trying on, making sure I have the right size. Like I was really worried about finding the perfect pair, right? Which can be stressful, right? Especially when you're kind of still learning about something and you don't know everything about it. But I wanted to find the perfect pair. When I walked in, Brandon was just standing right there. He has his whole family there. Wait a minute, I think that's Brandon Svarc. Yeah, I just went up to him and I was like, "Are you Brandon?" And he was probably in the middle of a conversation or something, but he just looked at me and he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "Hi, I make jeans." That's what he said, which was pretty funny. But yeah, I shook my hand, and I talked to him for a little while, and I basically told him, "I need you to tell me like what you think I should get," basically, because I was so worried about finding the perfect pair. I was like, this is easy. I can get it from the guy himself, right? It was just wild because he looked at me. He's like, "Okay." Walked over, talked to one of the workers. He says, "Why don't we get the double dips in a 34? And then he looked back at me and he goes, "You're a 34, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's crazy." Picks up the pair of pants I'm wearing now, these double dips, and yeah, I threw them on. They felt great, they looked great, and yeah, I was in and out of the store in 20 minutes. Then we get into this pair, which is what I've been wearing for the last month. So this is the Elephant 14. Every Elephant series jean has been between 19 and 22 ounces. This one is 20 ounces, which I'm happy about. They have a pair of dirty fade Selvedge, which is basically the ropes before they dye them. Usually they have like on regular jeans, they'll have a bleached rope that they dye into indigo, and the outside is indigo and on the inside is that bleach rope. So as they fade, that's what gives you the white underneath. But the dirty fade is they kind of use a unbleached, like natural cotton, which is kind of more of a brownish look to it. So as the jeans fade, they look kind of brown. What I was really excited about was just the fact that they were kind of heavyweight jeans. I've worn them every day for a month straight. So I got them, I ordered them on January 16th. They were delivered on the 21st. And yeah, I've worn them every day. Today's February 21st, so a big day, like I said. So I've been wearing these jeans to the office where I work. I've been wearing them on errands. I try wearing them just around the house. I basically been wearing like a second pair of skin. I wear them to work out in the gym too, which has been an interesting journey because, that's not really super normal for people to do, but at the same time, I just thought, it's cool, it's fun. I've been trying to really break them in, so yeah, it's been a good time. I even actually had somebody come up to me in the gym the other day because I didn't wear them for a couple days. I was wearing sweatpants, and he said, "Where's your jeans? Where's your jeans, dude?" So I guess that is me now. That's what I've become, which I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I'm sure everyone watching this video thinks it's a good thing and can relate, so that's good. But yeah, I'm like, I guess I'm the jeans guy now. I'm the guy that wears the jeans in the gym now. But the way I looked at it too was, running errands and going, sitting down at a chair, working on my computer. If the goal is to get these buttery soft and feel like sweatpants, I need to move in them. I need to hit some squats in them. I need to bench in them. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I think it's part of the reason why they have, they look the way they do. I don't know if I'm hyping it up too much, but yeah, from just a month of wear, there's some noticeable differences and the beginnings of some stuff that I'm personally really excited for. So we can get into that now. Just getting into the pair, we'll start in the front here. Really, most of what's going on here is just kind of locking in the creases and the whiskers, which you can see is definitely happening here. And then I'll take the camera and get a little closer on the fades that I'm seeing. But yeah, honestly, breaking in the buttons was a bit of a challenge, but they're pretty soft now and no problem getting them on. You can see the whiskering coming out to each side in kind of diagonal lines, which means good news, they fit me, apparently. And usually if the whiskers are very straight across, then that means that they're a little tight. Part of my knees, mostly my left one more, it seems. which has been cool. Overall, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't expect too crazy of fades after just a month of wear. That wouldn't be great. I'm really excited to see how the patch fades over time. Right now, it's pretty much the same color as I got it, maybe a little bit darker. As you can see, I have my wallet that I keep in the same pocket all the time, every day, that I've been sitting on. And then here I have just kind of for my hands, because they get dry and they start cracking, just for the winter in Minnesota here. And you can see a little bit lighter of a shade of blue kind of in the seat of the pants, and then definitely the beginning of these creases in the honeycombs. I'm going to grab a little bit more shade here for the up close view, just so you can see all the fading. I never used to use my coin pocket, but I started putting my AirPods in there because they fit perfectly. Moving on behind the tag, you can see just the inside of this waistband is starting to fade in some areas. Yeah, moving on to the pockets, still looking strong, but you can definitely see the beginning of the whiskers. Moving down, you can see that knee a little closer. Definite fading happening. There's a little fading on this side, but definitely more noticeable. Here's the beginning of those whiskers starting, which you can definitely see. A line there. And on the inside cuff, this one's super noticeable, but this is just more indigo transfer onto my shoes. But beginning of some roping, which is exciting. Yeah, look at that. Okay, and then same on the other side. Back pocket, that's where I keep that tin. And there's my wallet. Also, I noticed on the back belt loop here, definite fading occurring. Even on the side here where the fabric's getting bunched up. But compared to even this one, you can see there's a huge difference. The inside and the crotch, very noticeable fading happening. Right here, probably the most faded part of the whole jean. I got into raw denim because I started watching The Iron Snail, which you might be familiar with. He has a lot of videos on Selvedge denim, which kind of got me into it. And it was funny because when I was talking to Brandon at Naked Famous, I was even kind of telling him about Michael, and we had a little conversation about him. And even somebody at the front desk was like, yeah, actually, I started watching Michael's videos too, and that's how I kind of learned about this. I don't know why, but I just wanted to send him an email, I guess reach out to him, tell him like, hey, I got my first pair of denim, and I think it's pretty cool that, you know, even this guy working at the store found out about denim because of you, I found out denim because of you. I sent him an email, not really, you know, expecting anything, but he got back to me, and I just wanted to do a little shout out because I thought it was cool too. He said, welcome to the world of raw denim. You'll never look at jeans the same way. You'll forever be staring at the cuffs if you're anything like me. Thanks for the kind words and the story I told him about, you know, what happened when I got the jeans. And he said, the guys over at Naked Famous are some of the nicest around. They really make some of the most fantastic denims. There's no one else like them. And then I was kind of telling him, you know, just about my wearing the jeans everywhere I go. He said, I'm also laughed at by friends, family, strangers, and the like, so I think it's a good thing, which, you know, it's funny. Still, they're very soft, but, you know, still got a little bit of stiffness to them. I haven't washed these, and I haven't washed my other pair either. I will definitely do another month in them straight, and I'd love to do another update on them. Whether that's at the 2nd month or the 6th month mark, we'll see.